Hey everyone, Jamie here from technicalcafe.com. Welcome to your 7th HTML tutorial. In the previous tutorial we learned how to add links to our web pages using the A tag, and we also learned about the href attribute, or hypertext reference attribute, which basically is used to specify where a link is pointing to, or where it's going to go, and then we learned how to use the target attribute to specify where we want, or how we want our link to open. So in our case we used the _blank text here, and what this means is that it's going to open up in a blank or new tab or web page depending on how your browser is actually configured. In this tutorial, however, we're going to learn how to link images to external websites. So this is very simple. It's similar to adding a text link, but the only difference is right here where you'd use google.com is actually going to be the image. So we'd insert this whole image right here, right in between these, and it should link to google.com. So let's take a look at our website right now. You'll notice that we have a purple google.com link. We're going to learn how to change that from purple to another color later. And you'll notice that we have our image. And right now you can click on the image, nothing will happen. So in order to change this so that we can link somewhere, we're going to insert our A tag, and then we're going to insert our href attribute, and we're going to say we want it to go to google.com, and we're going to specify our target as blank, and then we're going to close that beginning tag here. So if we don't add our closing tag after the image, however, everything after it will also be linked, and we don't want that. So now what we said is we want our link to go to google.com. We want it to open in a new page or a tab depending on your browser settings. What we want to be linked is actually an image and not text, as we put an image right between the two link tags here. So if we save our work here, we go over here and refresh, you'll notice that the image now has a little finger around it, so you can actually click on it, and it will take you to google.com in a new tab here. So now you'll notice here that you may notice that there's a little purple border around the image here, in the google.com link is actually purple as well. And the reason that they're purple, by default, HTML usually tells the link to be purple if it's visited, and blue if it's active. So there's actually a way you can change the color of the active and visited links by using an attribute, or two attributes rather, in the body tag, and those are A link and V link. So if we come over here to our body tag and hit space, we can add A space link equals, and then some quotation marks. Then we'll add a space there and enter V link equals, and then some quotation marks. And in between these quotation marks, we can add a color or hex value to determine the color of active and visited links. Also, if you'll note that the A here has a space between link and the V doesn't. I'm not quite sure why that is. I was playing around with it earlier, and I had no space between the A and link, and it didn't change the color of the link for some reason. I'm not sure why, but we're going to have a space in it in this tutorial. So what we're going to do, for an active link, we'll say, let's make it red, and for a visited link, let's make it black. So any links that we haven't visited yet are going to be red, and any links that we have visited are going to be black. So if we come over here and we click save, you'll notice that when we refresh that this right here, this border is going to turn black, and that this is going to turn black because they've already been visited. And there you have it here. So let's say that we had our visited link set to green, you'll notice that around the image is a green border, and if you don't want that, there's actually a way that you can change it. If you remember a couple tutorials ago, we specified that we would like a 1 pixel wide border around our image. You can actually set that to 0, and what that's going to do is it's going to remove this green border from any images that are links. And that's just good so that you don't have any different colored links around your image. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually enter in a new link. Let's add a little line break just so we can have some space here. We'll create our center tags just to keep in the style of the web page here, and we'll add our link here. For this, we're going to try to think of a website that I haven't visited recently. We'll link to, let's say we'll link to Visa.com, just because I saw a Visa card sitting on my on the desk here. So we'll type in here Visa.com, and I haven't visited Visa.com, so what should happen is that this link right here should be red since it's active. So we'll refresh, come over here, and you'll notice that since I haven't visited Visa.com, it's red. We'll click on it, and since I didn't use the target attribute, it's not actually going to load it in a new web page or new tab, it's just going to load it in the same. So if we click back, you'll notice that Visa is now green because it's been visited now. Just for another example of this, we can use we'll enter in, let's say, for example, McAfee. Oops, forgot our HTTP. McAfee.com, and we'll enter in just some text to describe it that's going to be linked. We'll save, come over here, and you'll notice that since I haven't clicked on McAfee yet, it's red. Once I click on it, however, it's green. So just feel free to play around with those attributes here just to change the color of the links. And actually, if you want, you can set them so that both links visited and active are red, and that'll make your website look more uniform. If you don't want any there to be any color differences between links, regardless if a user has clicked on it or not yet. So feel free to play around with these colors, change them to whatever you want. Feel free to add new links. So just play around with those, and if you're interested in these tutorials, please feel free to subscribe. If you want more tech news, tips, tricks, how-tos, you can head on over to technicalcafe.com. And if you're interested in what I'm up to, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/JamieMCG. Thanks for watching.